Hi, my loves. So, I have an exciting episode for y'all today. This is the first episode of the Dark Feminine Royalty series. And per Hecate's instructions, I'm starting it during this full moon, this Aquarius full moon, because it has been such a game changer and such a portal. And I want to talk to y'all about why I'm so dedicated to this energy lately. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Nikki. I'm an initiated high priestess, witch, psychic medium, and a spiritista. And I make content about spirituality, witchcraft, rituals, divine feminine energetics, metaphysics, all the things. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and subscribe and also hit the notification bell so that we can stay connected. But I have dedicated part of my body of work to dark feminine energy because it is what saved my life. It didn't just change my life, it saved it because it was everything that I needed to get myself off the ground. And I know what it's like to have like 80% feminine energy naturally and have a difficult time embodying that masculine 20%. And my personal story with that is I was blessed to have an amazing dad. I was raised by a single dad. And because he was so protective and embodied divine masculine energy so well, I never had to have boundaries when he was here. I never had to look over my shoulder. I never had to be afraid. I never had to stand up for myself because people just wouldn't mess with me. And if they tried it, Daddy would handle it, or he would hire someone else to. True story. Kneecaps busted. But when I was 21, he passed away unexpectedly. And if you want to imagine my feminine energy as a river, when he passed away, that riverbed was removed. My structure, my container, the thing that was holding me and protecting me, completely removed overnight. And I was left alone in the world. And I couldn't figure out what to do until I tried so many healing techniques and nervous system regulation and stuff. And then finally, one of my teachers told me, like, respectfully, you don't need more feminine energy. You have more than enough, and that's beautiful. But you need masculine energy. And this was told to me when I was about 22. And I didn't understand it at the time. I was very resentful. I didn't want any masculine energy. You know, because I didn't understand fully what that meant. And so I went through, a few years of the same way that I was doing things. No boundaries, no structure, no systems, no organization. Just chaos. Because feminine energy, if it does not have a masculine container that's appropriate for it, meaning it's not too tight of a container, it's not too rigid, right? Because that'll suffocate us energetically. I was a mess. And I was constantly getting walked on. I was constantly put in situations where I had to stand up for myself. Until finally, I decided to awaken my inner masculine. And not long after that, Hekate came along, full force. Hekate has always been with me. A lot of y'all can pinpoint exactly how that manifests in my life. But her and I are very close. But in this era of my life, when I made this shift, awakening my dark feminine, which is just your inner masculine, Hekate was the leader. And if there's one thing that Hekate will help you with, it's boundaries. And sovereignty in general. And it really helped me to protect my feminine energy. Was it always fun? No. but I've learned so much, and because I've been in that dark place of feeling so drained and feeling like my softness is being taken, my light is being drained, all the good, soft, yummy, feminine parts of me are being drained, and I don't know why. I know what that feels like, and I also know what it's like to be on the other side of it. And it's taken me years to get here, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't want y'all to go through all the hurdles and obstacles and probably unnecessary suffering that I had to go through. So, excuse me, this is the beginning of my Dark Feminine Royalty series, which is my offering to the Dark Feminine, to the Feminine Collective. We're going to be talking about 9 different dark goddesses from different cultures, different pantheons. Some of them are from certain African traditional religions, closed practices, because I am a Yaya and Panamayombe. But I will always tell y'all how to approach those energies respectfully. You can connect to their energy and their frequency without crossing boundaries, okay? But we're going to be talking about 9 different ones, their story, their symbolism, their teachings, their background. And also, with each episode, the following episode will be an invocation, which is basically like a prayer that you can use to connect to their frequency. And also, if you want to go even deeper and follow along with this series on a whole new level, I did come out with my Dark Feminine Energy Ultimate Workbook, and it talks about each of the 9 goddesses, and it gives you 9 journal prompts. Or I'm sorry, 3 different journal prompts for each one that will really help you to self-reflect. And this workbook can help you with anything that you're dealing with in life, whether you're trying to set boundaries or release trauma or release past versions of you, call your power back, all of the above. I promise you, this workbook will help you take your power back. And it was straight from Hekate. Y'all, I'm not joking, I could not sleep for 3 days when she wanted this done. It came through me like I don't know what, y'all, full force. And I could not sleep until it was done. She wanted it done during this full moon and sent out and put together, and that's what I did. It's only $33, but I promise you, this type of dark feminine energy work that I'm creating, you can use this for the rest of your life. Like, dark feminine energy and its teachings isn't going anywhere, you know? These dark goddesses are not going anywhere, so you can use this for the rest of your life. And whenever you're going through a difficult chapter and you're wanting to release things, this workbook will help you. So it's only $33, but the payoff, the return on investment energetically, is priceless. And you can find more about my ebook at sirensnectar.com/transform. And I'm so excited to start this series with y'all. I'm so, ready to help the feminine collective shift, because on my Dark Goddess quiz, 97% of y'all are saying the same thing. You feel drained, you feel overwhelmed, you feel confused, you feel lost. It's like you feel overwhelmed and anxious and drained at the same time. And that is not a fun place to be in. And I made this just for y'all because everything that I'm going to be talking about, I've been through, and this is what helped me. These goddesses, these energies, these teachings are what helped me, and I want to pay that forward. If you haven't taken the Dark Goddess quiz, it's my free questionnaire. It's only 8 questions, and depending on your answer, it will tell you which of 4 different dark goddesses is calling out to you. I think the choices are Medusa, Hekate, Kalima, or Mama Brigitte. And you can take the free quiz at sirensnectar.com/goddess. I'll put all the links in the description. But that quiz has been a game changer, and y'all have had very positive feedback with it. And trust and believe, every submission that I get on that quiz I look at, and I'm using all the data to directly cater this series to what y'all need, because everything that y'all are feeling, I'm feeling too, okay? And it's time. And the Dark Feminine will help you. She is what saved my life, because here's the thing. I tried to approach this issue a long time ago from the lens of I need less softness. I need to take away my motherly energy, my Cancer energy, my Siren, my nurturing, light feminine energy. And that never worked for me because that's just who I am. And I don't like feeling like I'm taking away from myself, you know? I needed to add something in. And what I needed to add was my dark feminine. So sometimes the answer isn't taking away from what you are, it's adding in something else. Okay? Because as a feminine, yes, it's important to release certain things and release what no longer serves us. But I noticed that if I can approach a situation from adding something instead of contracting, unless absolutely necessary, it works out a lot better because women, we like expansion, we like growth. We are the epitome of creation. We take something and we multiply it. We don't like shrinking. Okay? So I just want y'all to hear me. I don't want you to become jaded or bitter or a bitch all the time or hardened or anything of the sort. You just need a layer, your dark feminine, acting as a filter so that that softness goes where it needs to go and it doesn't get exploited. Okay? I love y'all so much and I'll talk to you soon. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Bye.